All right, get on over to here and get started. Oh, pardon me. I forgot. Well, let's do the daily readings and then we'll go ahead and jump into Quarter 2 for a bit. We don't have that much time today, but we do have a little bit. So, these are the readings for October 24th, 2023, Tuesday of the 29th week in Ordinary Time. The first reading for today is from Romans chapter 5, verse 12, 15b, 17 through 19, as well as 20b through 21. Brothers and sisters, through one man sin entered the world, and through sin death, and thus death came to all men, inasmuch as all sinned. If by that one person's transgression the many died, how much more did the grace of God and the gracious gift of the one man, Jesus Christ, overflow for the many? For if, by the transgression of the one, death came to reign through that one, how much more will those who receive the abundance of grace and the gift of justification come to reign in life through the one Jesus Christ? In conclusion, just as through one transgression condemnation came upon all, so, through one righteous act, acquittal and life came to all. For just as through the disobedience of one man, the many were made sinners, so through the obedience of the one, the many will be made righteous. Where sin increased, grace overflowed all the more. So that as sin reigned in death, grace also might reign through justification, for eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. The Psalm for today, Psalm 40. Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. Sacrifice or oblation you wish not, but ears open to obedience you gave me. Burnt offerings or sin offerings you sought not. Then said I, behold, I come. Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. The written scroll is prescribed for me. To do your will, O my God, is my delight, and your law is within my heart. Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. I announce your justice in the vast assembly. I did not restrain my lips, as you, O Lord, know. Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. May all who seek you exalt and be glad in you, and may those who love your salvation say ever, the Lord be glorified. Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. Alleluia, alleluia. Be vigilant at all times and pray, that you may have the strength to stand before the Son of Man. Alleluia, alleluia. The Gospel for today is from Luke chapter 12, verse 35 through 38. Jesus said to his disciples, gird your loins and light your lamps, and be like servants who await their master's return from a wedding, ready to open immediately when he comes and knocks. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds vigilant on his arrival. Amen, I say to you, he will gird himself, have them recline at table, and proceed to wait on them. And should he come in the second or third watch, and find them prepared in this way, blessed are those servants. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Lord Jesus Christ. And my Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, with that, let's go ahead and get jumping back into KOTOR 2, which means I need to do this. Because for some reason, it just doesn't like to work with game capture. I'm not sure why, or window capture. But it is what it is, so. Not gonna get as much time today as I wanted, honestly, just because it's been kind of a busy day. So that's unfortunate. I'm gonna turn the desktop audio down a smidgen. There we go. I think that should be just about right, honestly. Give me 1 second to open this. I apologize. Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Alright, talked to you already. You were selling stuff. We came back here to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Alright. I guess even a week later I was able to remember why I did that. So that's good actually. I was able to remember that. Could have been worse. Doesn't look like we can go this way currently. Might be able to later, however, if I had to take a guess.
Unnecessary observation.
Oh hey,
Targets
these guys again.
Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Okay. Ooh, that did a bit of damage actually. Like, not enough damage, mind you. But it did do some damage. Yeah, probably not your best choice, guys. You should probably just give up, honestly, at this point. This is just going to keep happening. Honestly, I'm surprised the guards let that happen. Maybe I shouldn't be.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands.
No.
Are you with me? No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my
I mean,
peace
you can if he killed you.
If I speak more right now, the soldiers will arrest me. Perhaps they...
These are dangerous times. People like Ponlar aren't making it any easier.
Proud. I think we want to go that way. Let's go.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
All right. Hello.
The sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Stay clear of here, off-worlder. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point. I'm the one in charge here, off-worlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire ISIS garrison on you in seconds. There's no chance of that, off-worlder. The palace is locked down tight, and only authorized personnel are allowed in. I'm the one in charge here.
Alright. I'm not actually going to stay through with this, but I am curious what happens if we try Force Persuade.
I told you before. This. I will let.
His loyalty runs deep, but perhaps there is another route to the control you seek.
I suggest you move along. I am Captain Bastuco.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldiers.
It's now the time for this, Mandalore.
Such of you could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen. General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world. The Wall is the barrier between ISIS and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. Many aspire to the post, but few are worthy of it.
This is making me think of Bastion, because I'm pretty sure there was a significant wall for Bastion as well, if I remember correctly.
I was requested to guard the sky ramp in the merchant quarter. My personal feelings on the matter are irrelevant. I received an order, and I carried it out. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular...
Oh, no evil points for that one.
I told
Interesting.
you before. This... I'm the... There's no...
I really thought we would gotten some evil points for that, not gonna lie. Not that I'm upset by that.
Tinachara, Graracha, Ganopiso, Torando Crani, Tarando Nosh Wanahondo, Rakichi Sa, Donacinto Norokipa Shakani, Rakichi Sa, Donacinto Norokipa Shakani, Dakosha, Nichotoro, Punta Chacorzo Lama.
I mean, you're not gonna like this.
Visitisa Chulo, Jumkarantaka, Chonobograwe,
No.
Takiya, Bahasan-chan.
Bounty on my head will make you very dead. I'd reconsider, but you do you, boo. Oh, I'm not surprised he's done. I haven't finished leveling. I'm not sure if I'm going to because we decided to level him a different way. That. Okay. Mandalore alert covered, just fine. He'll be fine. He's already at 12 health. These spicy queso Funyuns are not very spicy. They're a little capable though. They probably don't want to overpower the taste, honestly. Which I can understand, but I like something a little bit stronger myself. Oh well, whatever. You gonna fight me too?
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Fair enough. Yes, I noticed. I was wondering if we could get some parts or something. Commoner, Beast Rider Thug, Thug. Oh! What the? Have I never noticed that E cycles through? I guess I just never pressed E. If I did, I never put it together.
Beasts are acting up again.
Some of those alien thugs had a go at you, right? I don't want to cross you.
Fair enough. Good plan.
I am 1B-AD, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods? Warning. Any attempt to interfere with 1B-AD's primary function will result in violence. Please.
Fair enough.
I am 1B. Certainly, 1B. Isis is the only city on the planet Onderon. All other information on this subject has been restricted.
Fair enough, I guess.
1B-8D sells droid components and droids. Currently, there are 0 droids in stock.
Heard of any good finds?
Nope. Can't say I have. No fighter kill. Alright. I'll save before I go in.
Donos emeragith, wanarakora chi drumka sa inchobin sasha, dosimana rachata. Dawacho singu poendo rakawara ichi vendumo para makawana abawasi. Ukroren wan mapusiti nolara. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabarjokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. Inwamagro, me rangana noruta. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabarjokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra. Senko emarayam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wana si chokoratawa. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada ber mabarjokto.
If you get off the truck.
Sisi me burokra.
You're not the first choice. The lady with the husband that did something bad is immediately, obviously did something bad. That's not good, but
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company ain't.
May as well save before we do some Pazak.
Welcome back. We haven't played before, so you should know I don't pull any punches. Every game, I play to win. You prove your mettle, and I might throw in a bonus one of these rounds. But enough of my cautionary advice. Let's play.
Well. Yeah, that seems about right. Fair enough, alright. Unfortunate, but is how it goes sometimes. Dang. No. Game.
That's a shame. Do you want
I know. In a second I will.
Welcome back. We have you.
Off to a good start. Okay, okay.
Finally, some worthy competition for a worthy pastime. I'm curious if you can do that again. Do you want another?
Hold on a second.
Welcome back. You want another game?
Not the greatest. Dang, alright. At least they had to play a card together, so. I was gonna say he's gonna win that one for sure. Okay, now we're tied up.
Almost had you there at the end, but cards are fickle friends at best.
Unless you can save.
Match? Welcome back. You know your cards. I'm certainly up for some more spirited.
I just wish I could knock you out all at once, buddy. Not gonna lie. Just charge right away, and then... That's alright, though. I'm willing to, lose the first round, honestly. That means you have less cards. Which means you have a harder time now. Not impossible. However. Yeah, why not? 10, alright.
Almost had you there at the end. Do you want to?
You did not almost have me at the end. Let's go ahead and check out how much money this guy's willing to give. Okay. Oh, right. Meant to check Bazak. Sorry, my wife messaged me, so I was messaging her back. Here, Bazak. Didn't really find it. That's fine.
Welcome back. I only got one more loss in me tonight.
Oh, there you go.
You win this one, I'll throw in some extra cards.
Ah, sorry. I do apologize. But, you know, why don't I... There we go. Picked up some Takis because I've been meaning to try them again. I did not enjoy them last time, but I'm curious. Yeah, they're okay. Oh. I forgot you couldn't do 2 cards. Fair enough.
That's a shame. Do you want...
No. Now I do.
Welcome back. I only got one...
Fair enough. Then use a card at least. You know, yeah. Oh dang! All right. This one looks like it might come down to whoever can get the better hands now. Because I'm out of cards. He has 2 left. 1 left. Now he has no cards left. Okay. Got ourselves a game now. Really got ourselves a game now. Yeah.
Wow, those were the best credits I ever spent. If you ever want to give me private lessons or let me buy you a drink, look me up. As for Pazak, however, I think you cleaned me out for the night. I promised you some Pazak cards, and I always
That is a
keep my
face.
word. Here you go.
Ooh, okay.
It's the Pazak Shark. No more.
Admittedly, these tacos are a lot better than the last ones I had. I think the last ones I had were Fuego. No, I like spicy. But I like spicy to taste good. Well, I know who I'm beating. Okay. Been a while. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I can remember. Not me to jump over that. Alright though. Ish. Not too bad. For somebody that forgot how to take off in the first little bit. However, before we do that, alright, fair enough. Why can't I just post my previous time? Like, I already beat it. Like, I think that's a fair question, honestly. faster that time. Hopefully we can keep it up. Now I'm gonna talk to him. Not right away, but... Okay. So we can at least do the second one. Most likely. Did feel like we got a little lucky. I will not deny that. We're a little slower that time, but not by much. Not by much. I know I did. Oh, I will. I'm just gonna go talk to everybody first. I mean, it kind of does.
Dorchani sobawata, Ranishe Bukasa, Junkichi Yumaboya La Mucha? Honta no Saka, Jita Pedwana Maticha. Kavadumpe Masuraku, Popayi Botenya, Tachimorota Kamsa, Javaskobo Subjo, Rigiso Karuanoxo, Mochito Sasa Grindeyo. Niso Pamaranka Doris, Doverinich. Kavadumpe Masuraku, Popayi Bot. Mizoto Minaka de Sama Krema Krach Vituto, Bakaraze Zon Mama, Potaka Chi Bintano,
No, you don't.
Tota Harem. No Kuma Randisa.
Yeah, they probably would have come. Well, they would have come for you eventually.
The Hopobotenyo go Jucho Picha, when Tabani Sochu, no Kavadumpe Masuraku. Burnachani, the very. The Hopobotenyo go Jucho Picha, when Tabani Sochu.
You did two worse.
Kavadumpe Ma.
Nah, I'm just gonna come beat your time and be like, yo. Get wrecked on you. Oh, 1 second. Alright. Fair enough. Alright. I'll save one more time, and then we'll jump in. So we saved a lot, but that's fine. We save a lot before we do the... It'll be hard. Not impossible, but hard. I think one of our times was faster than that, actually. Could be wrong about that, but we'll find out. We could hit that one. We keep missing. Same with that one. Probably wouldn't be a problem at all, honestly. Okay, we're just under it. Yeah, I think we gotta hit that one. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but... Oh, I guess I don't even need to... So probably means I need to jump ahead of time. If I jump ahead of time... Yeah, that makes sense. How did that one not count? Sworn I had it. When I hit, that's good. That might be enough. Nope, not going to be now. That's for sure. Not sure how that hit, but that's alright. I mean, not alright, but... Just in there. That was close, but acceptable. And now we have money again. Yeah, I'm gonna do the opposite of that, in fact. Just a heads up. Because your struggle is fake. Zard is a real name.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars with you. You're a Jedi, right? I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. We didn't win that battle. Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now. especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic? That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report. But days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas. After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak, and the cost to the Jedi Order was staggering. This entire region is unstable, and the entire Republic government could collapse. If Onderon secedes, other worlds may follow.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, we won't let it secede.
I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Izes are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time. Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are many freighters bound for Telos. My mission requires the most extreme caution and delicacy. I don't want to risk going through channels to get a visa. General Vaklu is not above arranging an accident for me. I'm taking a great risk talking to you. Thank you, but this is a personal starport visa.
Well, I tried.
It is key to you and you alone. I appreciate your gesture. Helping me is not without its risks. I know you have Jedi training, so if that would compromise your mission...
I'll try.
There's got to be something you need, something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere.
I'm interested in that.
I even have a rare
Also something I'm
lightsaber
interested in.
crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa. Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's...
Hey, Doxologos, how are you?
Crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable.
Hope you're doing well.
Holy crystals were warmed by a dying sun millennia ago. Only a handful were obtained before the sun went nova. Their power is rumored to be great.
I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it. One open starport visa. No visa, no crystal.
Ugh.
Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll
No,
just take
I
a
think I will
vacation.
worry about that.
Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't want to know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and do it with other people.
I am not going to tell you what I'm using it for. Considering what I'm willing to pay or give you,
Nah.
questions asked seems reasonable. Because we'll trade them simultaneously. And if you aren't satisfied with your payment, I'll let you switch it for something else. I don't want to cross a Jedi. It's a small universe. I don't really care about the trouble that's behind you or ahead of you. We have exactly one thing we can talk about. Starport visas.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get one. I haven't found any luck with that, admittedly, so far.
Malampro tarawanti casa samcha para guatasha contiacha maumbra. Ta come ta playa justing miki go.
Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of people begging for this.
Chone mulera. Tonkinge ba no jansaka nikara. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda. Kawana botayu. Dahupa bo sakurata go jujutu yoki. Hiata. Takome tak playi.
Nothing particularly there. Fair enough. Thug. Thug. Oh.
This room
Name
is
thug.
reserved, off-worlder. I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the fans I need right here. So go space yourself.
Thug. 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 Alright. We might have done everything we can in here. It's kind of looking like we've done everything we can in here. You're looking for, like, there's 2 people in here. So that makes 4 people or so. Something like that. Hey, Lando Star, how are you doing? I hope you're both. Yes, welcome to the chat. So I hope that you're having a good day, Lando, and I hope that Doxologos is also having a good day.
Have any work that needs to be done?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Ah, General Kenobi. That was my fault. I apologize. It took me a second. That actually, it took me until you said that.
But he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here. A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good.
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. It's been a pretty good day so far, honestly.
Dagon Gent is one of them.
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him, suspicion of murder or not.
Why do you say things that you know will hurt me?
There we go. I was gonna say, that should work. Yeah, I was gonna say, we have some new sound alerts available. We have some available via bits too. I kept those pretty cheap. I don't think anything more than 10 bits is... I think anything more than 10 bits is too expensive, is what I'm trying to say. Half the reason that some of them will be bits is because with the one that I'm using, you only get 10 sound alerts. Otherwise, you do have to do them into bits, so it's like, okay. I figure I'd do about half and half just so as to go ahead and make it easier. But yeah, I was gonna say, since Doc's played that, I did want to go ahead and point out we do have some new sound alerts too. But I actually do appreciate that because I kind of forgot to mention it.
Like I would know. Isis is a crazy place right now. It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
Was this like where the body is? Probably. Chemicals. We're good guys, but let's run, right? I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, as much as I obviously like KOTOR, you'd think they would think that if this was a modern day game, they would go ahead and make it so that would be afflicted, and I don't think I'd like that, admittedly. Because you're right, it would be more world building if they did go ahead and do it the other way. But I like the fact that we can go ahead and just kind of take items. Doesn't make it the right thing, but I mean, when you're trying to save the world, it's okay. It's not understandable, but listen, I just want free items. Loot is nice. I'm not gonna deny that. That's true. Rob everybody. Typically, though, I do say that they can keep their credits if I help them. I don't think there's been a time that I haven't done that. So, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you know what? I did save recently. I'm not real. It is murder time. I mean, I'll try to talk out of it. I wouldn't recognize this. Or recommend this, pardon me.
Mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawa kachuba. Sura dachi morotuko kansa.
Ooh, they're actually doing some damage, not gonna lie. Killer distraction goes in, that is. I wouldn't recommend that they go ahead and try to take me dead or alive. We could have done this peacefully is what I was trying to say. I probably didn't make it as clear as I could have, though. Darth Malak's armor. Why do you have that on you? And how is that? Alright, come on, we're out of combat. That's true, and that is true, but I'd rather just not kill them, and they just keep coming along, and it's like, well, kind of can't help it if you were... Oh, hello. There's one visa. That's good. Admittedly, let's see, Darth Malak's armor probably is side restricted, isn't it? Yep, which makes sense. Would be nice to be able to use that, but obviously we can't. That's not awful armor, though. That's alright, though. Yeah, I was gonna say, it did definitely look like it was really good armor, so it's like, well, that's unfortunate. We'll just have to go ahead and live without it. For the most part at the moment, they're really not able to do anything.
General, we have
well,
found
do
the
that
man.
much, I should say.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why they wouldn't be
To another one of our
discussing this at least. The only reason I could think of is because they happen to put a little too much trust in the one Jedi that we're looking for here. So he is worried that he might use his Force powers to hear them. It's like, nah. Like, I guess if he was really thinking you were planning something, he could. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't have to be the palace. It could be the Barak, or not the Barak, not the Barak. Pardon me, the barracks. Got there eventually. And thank you for the follow there, Lando. Sorry, I appreciate it. So it's like, it doesn't have to be the palace. He could be discussing it where it's like, okay, I know that Jedi ain't here. We can go ahead and discuss it here. So, not exactly the most thought out.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
The security terminal? I honestly cannot remember. I know that we were told where to go, but I have already forgotten, to be quite honest. Oh, do I not have? Oh, I do have spikes. Okay, access denied. That's on me.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has
Oh my gosh,
attacked
buddy.
us. They attack our spaceships.
Thank you, I
unprovoked.
appreciate it.
What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so
Oh,
clearly
this is gonna go
want,
poorly.
then we must show her with force.
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too
Yeah, I was
far.
gonna say, come on, bud.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied.
That's fair.
Sacrifices are inevitable, but it is the price
Oh,
of
that's right.
change. I will not. My cause is just.
Ah.
The queen must. My head. Everyone stop now. I will go quietly.
I don't know what you did, but thank you, Off-Worlder.
I'm worried we're gonna
That
go
was
ahead and
too
get some
close for me.
dark side points. Nope, not this time. As I said, I know that can happen, but apparently, in situations where it's like, hey buddy, stop being an idiot. It's like, okay, you can use your force persuade this time.
These are dangerous times.
I honestly thought he'd be off the Phew. Basically, right? It's like, I was surprised, honestly, with how much it's been failing, because our charisma isn't exactly bad. And our persuade also isn't bad either. That's why it's like, man, they're just really not wanting to let us go ahead and get anything. This is for a few of them, docs, so I am playing the PC version, the Steam version. It is really good. This is was originally for Xbox, I was gonna say Xbox One, Xbox Original. And honestly, I was talking about this to Cynic last time, but the graphics really hold up well still. This is like a 2005 game. I still have the box, actually, from my original purchase of it. Consoles, PC, it is on mobile too. That's correct. 1 second. Ugh. Now, admittedly, I am still looking for the CDs for my original copy, because I know they're here somewhere. I just have to find them in the house. And it's like, that in of itself sometimes is a problem, and why I'm trying to be better about organization, honestly. But yeah, I was gonna say, I can actually tell you when it came out now. Oh, it's 2004. That makes sense. I kind of wish it had been 2005, though. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's hard to keep track of everything. It really is. The reason I say I wish it had been 2005, I'm sure Lando knows this, but Docs, LucasArts originally told them they could have 6 more months. No, the first one was. It's good question. It says the sequel to the 2003 Game of the Year, so that's what it says right there. I'll get it there eventually. There we go. But yeah, they were supposed to have 6 more months. They asked LucasArts for 6 more months. LucasArts initially said, okay. And then, like, a couple weeks later, they went, LOL, LMAO, it's time to release. And the version that I'm playing, which this version was supposed to come to Switch, and then Asper said, LOL, LMAO. History repeats itself, I guess. But basically, there is a version called the Restored Content mod. It has a bunch of content that they were working on up to the last minute. An extra planet. They have some other stuff. I know they have a whole HK-47 extra thing. I personally like KOTOR 2 better, even though it's flawed. The ending is missing a lot of stuff it should not be missing, which isn't their fault. They just ran out of time. But honestly, it's a fantastic game, and it holds up. I like it better than Knights of the Old Republic 1. I typically play Knights of the Old Republic 1 more frequently, only due to the fact that I can usually get through Knights of the Republic 1 faster. Knights of the Old Republic 2, look, like when I checked how long to beat, they said they were pretty comparable times, but I'm like, I don't remember that being true. Because for me, I usually can probably beat Knights of the Republic 1 in about 20 hours, whereas this one's 30 or 40. So that's why I'll typically replay the first one, only due to the fact that while I prefer to, you can get through the first one faster, at least in my opinion.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets. We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last.
Who said he was our friend?
So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Kent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
And that makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say, Paragus. Honestly, Docs, if you do decide to play this, Paragus is probably the worst part about this game. It's not bad, but if you've played the first one, it's basically just a tutorial that just kind of goes for a little too long. Which is interesting, because they also have... The tutorial, I would say, probably is the same amount of time in KOTOR 1, honestly. But... I think the intro is... The tutorial, pardon me, is implemented better in KOTOR 1. That, I mean, admittedly, you get most of your party members in KOTOR 1 in the tutorial, whereas they do make it so you don't get a lot of party members right away for KOTOR 2, which is probably better overall, honestly. But that does happen to help as well, because it's like, Terrace is more fun, it's more varied too. That is very true as well, so it's like, it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts 2, where Kingdom Hearts 2 is the better game. But man, does that intro tutorial really suck.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble.
Fair enough.
No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously. Stay.
Admittedly, I'd probably also say the characters for KOTOR 2 aren't bad, but I definitely have a preference for them. Admittedly, like actually 1/3 of them are members from the first game, so actually I do really like them, but there's just something about Mission and Bastila from the first game. That's called having faith, right? There's something about Mission and Bastila from the first game that I really enjoy, and it's just like there's a couple. Admittedly, Anton here is nice. I do like. Oh, I'm awful with Visas' name. Honestly, the characters from both games are really good. It's kind of really just a pick your poison for who you prefer. Plus, you got Big Z for KOTOR 1, and I mean, you technically can have a Wookiee in this game. Is it Aton? I thought it was Aton. You know, you'd think I would be able to recognize that, considering the fact that they have voice acting for this game. Aton Rand. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess it's like I should have been paying more attention to how to pronounce it. Because as I said, there is voice acting here, and I just haven't for some reason.
What do you want?
Oh, hey, I can talk to you.
Not really, I just started here. I have to get back to work.
Your voice does not fit. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. No, in your line of business. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Chone mulera. Tonkinge ba no jansaka nikaraska.
You're white. Are you a white hat or a black hat? That's the question here. That's the answer I really want, bud.
Taimbre wanachike. Drumba bambwa. Kontichan munka. Kavadumba kuswaka tayamukata. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamata.
Fair enough. Gray hat. Fair enough. So he's kind of a little bit of both. That makes sense.
Chone mulera. Tonkinge ba no jansaka nikaraska. Tanjanik de mawimbo kranta mi bilan. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanziuma. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua.
Fair enough. I mean, listen, if you've already told somebody no and they keep it on you, that's not... Nah, that's not good. All the way through, it's been about 15 years, unfortunately, which is a shame because I have been wanting to play more. As I said, KOTOR 1 I will frequently find myself replaying like once every 5 years. I don't know why I haven't played KOTOR 2 as much, even though I happen to prefer it vastly. But it has been a very long time.
Dahupa o sakurata go jujutu yo. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitu.
Yeah, it is, and I agree with that. That's why I'm trying to be better about it.
Iberendia tia Vishnu nunca se. Utadira mata mandrakotu sa minarinkadin.
Do you happen to enjoy Star Wars in general, I would ask, Docs? Let me rephrase that. Do you like old Star Wars? Docs might be a better way to put that. Because this room is reserved. Let's see. This is definitely more like episode 4 or 5. Only seen 2 of the movies. I had no idea what they were. Fair enough. I was going to say, you might like KOTOR then. They're honestly probably the best pieces of Star Wars video games. Star Wars Lego is pretty good, as Lando was saying. Episode 1 Racer, I personally happen to really like. That might be nostalgia, not gonna lie. There's some other... Force Unleashed, at the very least the first one, is typically recommended by fans. Force Unleashed 2, if I understand correctly, a lot of people thought they dropped the ball for that one. I need to finish Force Unleashed 2. There's just too many games and not enough time. And there's a lot of other Star Wars games too. I'm trying to think of all the rest of them, honestly. There's a couple of old DOS FPS Star Wars games. I've heard that one's pretty good. Then there's Jedi Academy 1 and 2. I've heard those are pretty good. I think they're working on Jedi Academy 3 at the moment, if I remember correctly. I don't want to give the spoiler for KOTOR 1, and I'm hoping that they don't go ahead and reveal it in KOTOR 2. Because honestly, the spoiler for KOTOR 1, I would say, is about on the same levels as the spoiler for Bioshock 1. Like, it's really good and fairly well hidden. Waiting for a remake? I'm waiting for a good remake, honestly, Lando, of KOTOR 1. Because from what I've heard for the first Knights of the Old Republic, it was not looking very good for that remake before that got canned. So I just want them to do it right.
If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Beckel's turf. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her.
Well, maybe I gotta find her. Yeah, come on, yeah. I hear that. There's a couple things like that that I'm waiting for to come out of my lifetime.
Very well for I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects.
Not very helpful with that.
Good to see you again. What do you want to... Dagon Gent didn't do it. Because he was with me at the time. It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death.
It wouldn't help him.
The Andoronians are quite fond of their death penalty.
Right, I was gonna say, so either way, he'd be trading death for death. So it wouldn't really be helping him.
I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with the murder.
Was it? I'm sorry to hear that. You alright, Docs?
We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can... I only wish there was something...
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
Oh, they forgot the filter. Yeah, I was gonna say, for another example that I could think of, I'd love to get Golden Sun 4 at some point. That'd be nice.
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, your mom is moving back to Portugal? Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Docs?
Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion. She did? Oh no, by the 4 moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive...
I like soup. What do you mean by that question, Docs? Do you think... Oh, okay, you mean tier-wise.
But the Onderon military won't let
It probably depends on the soup.
Very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
I would also say that soup does not count, or cereal does not count as a soup. I would agree with that.
I was cleaning up steaks from a particularly rewarding Pizat game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster.
I'm thinking about cereal. You think cereal is soup? Why do you think cereal is soup?
I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Salio was...
Let's say most soups don't happen to have wheat in them, whereas cereal obviously happens to be primarily composed of wheat. Most soups also don't happen to have, because dealing with a spoon as a dedicated course, I mean, yeah, but that doesn't have to be, because I was just say we have weird outliers like cereal bars where you can go ahead and eat those as a bar. And even just if it's something that happens to be eaten with a spoon, does that happen to make pudding eaten with a does that happen to make pudding that? I was gonna say there's a couple other examples I can think of too. Like ice cream, jello, does that all happen to fall under the cereal category? And I'd have to say not. Like even with the ice cream, you can go ahead and make an even better claim for that because that does happen to be dairy. There does happen to be, if you want to get something more than just, you know, vanilla ice cream, you can have chocolate chips, you can have cherries in that, which that does happen to add more to it. And it's like, no, I don't think... Like, once again, just like how a hot dog is just a hot dog, it's not like a taco or anything. People put too much emphasis on trying to combine things like, nah, let them breathe. They don't need to go ahead and all fall into the same category. There's a reason things are categorized in a specific way. I'm not saying that to be mean to you, Docs, just... Hot dog is not a sandwich, no! No, 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 no! Wait. I'd say most hot dogs you don't happen to go ahead and put... tacos are definitely not. I was gonna say... they are definitely different food items, and while they do share similarities, they are not the same. As I said, we gotta quiz. No, quesadillas are quesadillas. Wait. Hold on, let me see if I get this one right. Nope, that's not the right one. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me see.
Magic.
Nope, that's not it either.
Magic.
Do I have two of my soundboards open at the same time? I might. I do have two of my soundboards open. That's why it's playing twice. Oh, there it is. I found the one I was looking for.
The burning you feel?
There we go.
It is shame.
There we go. That's the actual right one. Found it eventually. At least we found out I had my soundboard open twice. So, I still have the soundboard open, even though you guys can request some of the stuff from there, because it's still easy access for me.
Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something.
Nolan.
Get that. We'll check outside here in a second. We probably should see if there's any more information first, just because. Okay. I will not. I was hoping that you might have been the person that killed her, honestly. Fair enough. Ooh. Can I say both docs? Because I don't know if I have a preference. I like both. I have to make... Well, it depends, honestly, Lando. I think the only reason that pumpkin unless you mean pumpkin pie in general, not pumpkin... unless you mean specifically pumpkin pie, I should say, not pumpkin pie in general. The only reason I would say pumpkin is overrated because of the sheer amount of pumpkin items we happen to have. Obviously, it's October at the moment, which means we have a bunch of pumpkin spice girl. Woo! It's like, okay, I'm kind of tired of all the pumpkin spice hype. It's like, yeah, okay, guys, pumpkin is all right, but we don't need to go this crazy for it. I love autumn too. I love all the seasons, honestly. Even though autumn does make it harder for me to bike. Oh yeah, there's blood here. Maybe it's the blood. Oh, broken droid. Okay, this is the remains of a serving droid. Still clutching its serving tray. Been heavily scavenged and the head is missing. We gotta find the head.
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
We kind of are at the moment, Docs. So we came to here because Mandalore here happens to have a friend that we need to talk to. That friend happens to be in jail at the moment, so we're trying to get him out of jail so we can actually talk to him and go ahead and progress about what we need to do. Hi, Hams. How are you doing today? Which isn't the first time that it's happened in a Knights of the Old Republic game. It happened in KOTOR 1 as well. In a sense, it also happened in KOTOR 2 already. Because you basically had to go ahead and prove that, nuh-uh, I wasn't part of Paragus from Florida, so I'm so good. Actually, that's fair. I do like autumn. I like to bike a lot, though. So, the unfortunate thing is I'm going to have to start wrapping up a lot more as I go biking, because I'm planning to keep biking during the winter, because I want to be ready for Ragbri next year. Okay, let's go ask about the droid. The waitress might have it. Honestly, who we should probably talk to is... Oh! When did you level up? You're probably who we should talk to first.
It's the bizarre... Foul business, that would be Bahima's SOD-2. No,
Who's Bahima?
SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering. Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3.
Late autumn, winter, and into spring is the best time in Florida, and it only lasts 3 weeks. That's, yeah. Yeah, that's not false. Day's been fine. Sent a job application, made a bold declaration on my Discord. Spain faith victory on Civ, and that's about it. Fair enough. I mean, that's not a bad day. I haven't done too much today either. I had to go ahead and get a part replaced on my wife's car, so did that. So now it's not near. You can't hear it from 2 miles away now, so that's good. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say, Docs, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. Did you discover me because of P, Tony? I'm awful with remembering things sometimes, so I apologize, Doxologos. I just know that a lot of P. Tony's Game of Favorites crowd is from Florida, so that's why I'm asking.
No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd.
Catholic Gaming Network, that's right. I'm sorry, Docs. I apologize. I just can't remember things sometimes.
She was dead.
Did she street pipe the exhaust? No, we replaced the resonator. I'm trying to think of what else there is that we did. Oh. Trying to think of what else we did. Fair enough. Fair. Ah, fair enough, Hobbs. All right. Alright, so we gotta talk to Nico. I think we just gotta go find a scavenger, honestly. We'll go ahead and double check everything here while we're here, though.
It's the that would. Who knows? When Dagon and I were waiting for the. No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any.
Good to see you.
I don't.
Okay. Then I went for a bike ride. Shortly after. So I've been enjoyed that. Trying to think of what else I'm thinking of. About most of it?
Now, what did he order? I'll just guess.
That's not a good thing to do.
Da upa, bo sakurata, go jujuto yo, hunta chiwi. Da wancha more chiwa. Ichawa te crossi wisho toda si. E krimba.
Okay, so we gotta find the head.
This room is... Huh. That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though. That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living.
Alright, that helps. I actually have not bought any parts from him because I have not, I don't have droids in my party. Also, I've always loved the fact that T3M4 is late for teammate. I kind of love it. I like water. I was gonna say, I should get that as one of my, channel points. There we go. I gotta go ahead and add that in. Is what I was realizing.
Entity Bahima unknown. The market rate for those. Thank you.
Kif in the cantina can probably do.
Okay. We're on the right track. I think that we'll go ahead and wrap up here after we get these parts, because I need... My wife wanted to go ahead and go for a run. I did my bike ride today, so I did my exercise. And I need a shower before I go to Pokemon night tonight.
Da wancha morichi. Da hupa bo sakurat. Kawana bot.
Okay.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Oh, I think I know who that was.
Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatora.
Okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I need it. I'm pretty sure it's Pinar.
It's the Bazak. If it'll help, there's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction.
Okay.
Nico, is it? And the off-worlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
Much more prosperous than for him today.
We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other. Why, you little... Friends would not carry on in such a manner.
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime. So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed.
A little bit, Docs. I've been meaning to do it a little bit more, honestly. So I am interested in apologetics, and I have gone ahead and listened to a lot of Catholic Answers. I listened to a lot of Catholic podcasts. I need to be better about listening to them because I have not been as good about that. And they do look like Roman councils. I wonder if that's intentional. That guy's voice does sound familiar. If I had a name for him, I could look it up. They do have a couple of well-known voice actors here, but I do want to be better about apologetics to get back to the apologetics part.
recording? And I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gant. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
I'm pretty sure I know who did it.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gant out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
Trent is a very good one for apologetics. Pints with Aquinas isn't bad. I do need to be better about that. Sometimes Matt Fradd does have a little bit of a controversial person on there once in a blue moon. I used to listen to Patrick Coffin, but yeah, he's kind of gone off the deep end, honestly, unfortunately.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels.
Jimmy's pretty good about that, especially for out there stuff.
With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team...
Non-out there stuff too, but with
They haven't been as diligent as others.
Jimmy Akin's Mysterious World, that's why it worked. That's why I say specifically out there stuff. Trent Horton is the best. Is definitely one of the best in the field. There's another guy who I'd probably say is better than Trent, but I can't remember his name now. He's fairly old. Why can't I remember his name?
I'm not gonna say anymore. Probably said too much already.
Scott Hahn is good, but not who I'm thinking of. I'm blanking on his name.
Clearing this whole thing up.
Scott Hahn is very good too, though.
Tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
True.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same.
Maybe? I'll have to look him up. I'm blanking on his name.
Wrong place, wrong time. Captain Sulio and I were acquaintances. I just happened to be too close when she got dead. Real shame. She wasn't bad to look at, and she could drink. No, and at this point, I don't care. Just
I mean, she's your friend. You probably should care.
She's dead now. Not like finding whoever did it will bring her back. I deal with death all the time.
That is true, but you should go ahead and make sure that they don't go ahead and do this again to somebody else.
Not many people can help you out with that. There've been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's fault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with? Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Vaklu has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the...
I'll look him up for tomorrow, because I should be streaming again tomorrow, so Mega Man Battle Network, honestly.
A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is. I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one. There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those disks because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisk has the procedure. But Kel's gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Alright, one last thing, then we'll go ahead and end it. May as well go talk to that lady. Then we can go ahead and save in front of him. You the lady.
Do you
I think so. There's not many ladies on here. I don't think it's you. Alright, hold on. Fuck Al. Actually... Oh, there she is. Probably gonna be a fight.
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave.
No, you.
You? And just how do you intend to do that? It isn't for sale. I warned you, Offworlder. Kill her.
To be honest, I probably don't even need to use any specials. Oh, you have a little bit. Although you're unarmed, probably not your best choice. You are doing more damage than I was expecting, though. Ooh, yeah, like a lot more, actually. The rest of them are not, however. Maybe I should have applied everything. That's alright. Ooh, another open starport visa. Nice. Well, I know one I'm giving to. I'm gonna give one to that guy, and then the family. May as well save, and then we'll end it there, and then... Bar fight must be a D&D game. Yeah, and we just told this bouncer we wouldn't do that. Feels bad, man. That bouncer right there. Let's see what he says, actually. I did both fighting and killing. I'm sorry. Wasn't intentional. Alright, we're gonna save here. As I said, I need to go shower, get ready for Pokemon, let my wife go for runs, so I will see you guys tomorrow with Mega Man Battle Network. Thank you all for being here. It was nice to talk to all of you. Thank you for the follow. It was good seeing you, Homs. Good seeing you, Docs. Good seeing you, Lando. You all have a good day. God bless. Remember that God loves each and every one of you. Go and more. Have a good night, and God bless everybody. Thanks for being here. Pax Bonum.